Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed with regarding what is an organizational climate, what are the characteristics, and what are the factors that affecting the organizational climate. Today, we will see a new thing: organizational development. So, after arranging the climatic things, means the environment, how to develop the organization. That is the organizational development. So we will see in detail what is an organizational development as well as what are the factors with regard to the organizational development. So organizational development. It's a broad concept that focuses on improving the effectiveness of an organization and its people. അതിന്റെ അവരുടെ ആ ഓർഗനൈസേഷനിലെ വർക്കേഴ്സിന്റെയും ആ ഓർഗനൈസേഷനെ തന്നെയും effectiveness, how to work in a good way, that is to be improved, that is to be focused on this. So it is a broad concept that focuses on improving the effectiveness of an organization and its people. This term widely used with the organizational development is the organizational change. An organization evolves through divergent stages in life. പല സ്റ്റേജസിൽ കൂടാണ് പോകുന്നത്. In other words, every organization has a life cycle like a human beings. In order to overcome these distinctive stages in its lifestyle or life cycle, an organization is required to invite the changes in its environment. So it should be adopting that changes in the environment. It is the responsibility of the leaders and the managers to try their maximum to accomplish the successful and significant change for the endurance of that organization. Our organization നിലനിൽപ്പിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് what all changes is to be required, that is to be done. അതാണ് ഓർക്കേണ്ടത്. So responsibility of the leaders and the managers to try their maximum effort in order to accomplish such successful and significant changes so that it is benefited for the organization's future growth. Some are very good at this effort while others continually struggle and fail in this concept. So what is an organizational development? It is the process of identifying the critically important priorities of the organization, then undertaking it in a successful and significant change to address those priorities. So it is the process of identifying the critically important priorities of the organization and thereby undertaking the successful and significant change in order to address such priorities. Therefore, OD is a systematic process using different strategic approaches to deal with the organizational change or address the critical needs of the organization in order to meet some changes. So, OD is a systematic process using different strategic approaches. Pala approaches need to undertake that one, or need to invent that one, or need to implement that one. Pala strategies adopt ചെയ്യുന്നു in order to change the organizational structure. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ meaning. Or to address the critical needs of the organization in order to meet such changes. ആ ഒരു ചേഞ്ചിനെ അഭിമുഖീകരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി പല സന്ദർഭങ്ങൾ ആവശ്യകതകൾ അവര് ഫേസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ആര്? ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ. അതാണ് എന്തെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് OD or organizational development. So it is a systematic process using different strategic approaches to deal with the organizational change or to address the critical needs of the organization in order to meet such changes. It envisages an improvement in the overall effectiveness of the organization and covers it from the top to the bottom. Enhancing the competency of the people and their development is a part of organizational development. It is a planned and integrated approach to the change that considers the organization as a whole. So there are the definitions. Harold Kuhns defines organizational development as a systematic, integrated, and planned approach to improving enterprise effectiveness. So, for what purpose this one? In order to improve the organization's effectiveness, this system is to be adopted. Organizational development. So, as a systematic, integrated and a planned approach to improving the enterprise's effectiveness. It is designed to solve the problems that decrease the operating efficiency at all levels. So it is designed to solve the problems in decreasing the operating efficiency of at all the levels of the change. Such problems may include lack of cooperation, excessive decentralization, and poor communication. So this is the case with the Harold Kuhn's regarding organizational development. So this is a systematic, integrated, and planned approach to improve the organization's effectiveness. Therefore, it is designed to solve the problems that arising in the decreasing operational efficiency of the organization at all the levels. It includes lack of cooperation among the workers, excessive decentralization is there, and poor communication facilities there. So this is the, as per Harold Kuhn's, what is an organizational development. So systematic, integrated, and planned approach for improving the effectiveness of the organization. While Warren G. Benny stated that OD is a response to change, a complex educational strategy that intends to change the beliefs, the attitudes, the values, and the structure of the organization so that they can better adapt it to the new technologies, markets, and challenges, and the design rate of change in itself. So, Warren G. Bennis states or defines the OD as a response to a change, ഒരു എന്താ പ്രതികരണം, ഒരു ചേഞ്ചിന് അനുസരിച്ചുള്ള ഒരു പ്രതികരണം. That may be, what is that? A complex educational strategy, പുതിയ അറിവ് കൊണ്ടുവരിക, okay, that intends to change the beliefs, the attitudes, the values, and the structure of the organization so that they can better adapt to the new technologies, the markets, and the challenges, and the design rate of change in itself. Right. As per Warner Brook, organizational development is a planned process of the change in an organization's culture through the utilization of behavioral science, technology, research, and theory. Therefore, Warner Brook defines organizational development as a planned process of the change in an organization's culture through utilization of behavioral science, technology, research, and the theory with regard to these things. So, പുതിയ പുതിയ അറിവുകൾ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് ആ ഒരു ചേഞ്ചസിന് അഡാപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്ന പുതിയ ടെക്നോളജി ഇംപ്ലിമെന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആ ഒരു ഇതാണ് ബൈ ഡെവലപ്പിംഗ് ദി ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ സ്ട്രക്ചർ, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ ഓർഗനൈസേഷണൽ development. So these are the three definitions with regard to which one organizational development. And another one is Society for Human Resource Management defines organizational development as a planned organization wide effort to improve and increase the organization's effectiveness, productivity, return on investment, and overall employee job satisfaction through planned interventions in the organization's processes. So, it is the Society for Human Resource Management defines as OD as a planned organization, a well-planned organization that intends to improve and increase the organization's effectiveness. First thing is what? To improve and increase the organization's effectiveness, its productivity, ഉൽപാദനക്ഷമത കൂട്ടാൻ, പിന്നെ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിൽ നിന്നുള്ള റിട്ടേൺ കൂട്ടാനായിട്ട്. So return on investment will be high, and overall, what is their employee job satisfaction through such planned interventions in the organization's processes. ഓരോ processes ഉണ്ട്, ഓരോ എന്താ പറയുന്നതിന്, ഓരോ ഓർഗനൈസേഷനിലെ ഓരോ വർക്കബിൾ തിങ്സ് ഉണ്ട് അല്ലെ, മൂവ്മെന്റ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. ആ ഇതിനകത്ത് ഓരോ പുതിയ ന്യൂ ടെക്നോളജീസ് ഇംപ്ലിമെന്റ് ചെയ്ത് അതുവഴി പ്രൊഡക്ടിവിറ്റി ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്യാനും ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ്മെന്റിന്റെ റിട്ടേൺ കൂട്ടാനും അതുവഴി ഓർഗനൈസേഷന്റെ എഫക്റ്റീവ്നെസ് ഇംപ്രൂവ് അല്ലെ ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്യാനും the all in all ആയിട്ട് employees job satisfaction also to be increased. This is the definition given by the Society for Human Resource Management. So once again, OD as a planned organization that its wide effort to improve and increase the organization's effectiveness, productivity, return on investment, and the overall employee job satisfaction through the planned interventions in the organization's process. So what are the features of the organizational development? It is a systematic process to deal with an organizational change. ഒരു വ്യത്യസ്തം അനുഭവം. So that is organization change. It's a systematic process to deal with the organizational change. It anyway says the overall effectiveness of an organization. കാര്യക്ഷമത കൂട്ടുന്നു. ഓരോ ഓർഗനൈസേഷന്റെ കാര്യക്ഷമത കൂട്ടുന്നു when this thing to be implemented. It is a broader perspective covering the entire organization from top to the bottom. മൊത്തം, അതായത് ഏറ്റവും മുകളിൽ നിന്ന് താഴെ വരെ ഉള്ള ആ മൂവ്മെന്റ്. That is a broader perspective covering the entire organization, means developing the organization structure itself. Then, employee training and executive training are the dimensions of organization development. അപ്പം ടോപ്പ് എക്സിക്യൂട്ടീവിന്റെ ട്രെയിനിങ്, ബാക്കി താഴോട്ടുള്ളവരുടെ ട്രെയിനിങ്, ഇതൊക്കെ ആണ് ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റിന്റെ വേറൊരു സവിശേഷത. It equips an organization and its people to learn new technology, concepts and practices. പുതിയ അറിവുകൾ നേടാനും പുതിയ എന്തുവാ ഈ രീതിയിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യാനും ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ട് പുതിയ മെത്തേഡ്സ് അഡോപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാനും പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യാനും ഒക്കെ ആൾക്കാരെ പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്ന എന്തിൽ നിന്നാണ്? ദിസ് ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ്. In order to manage the changes, it conducts research and analysis and applies the principles of behavioral sciences also. So, what all things here? Conducting the research and development methods, then analyzing that, and also applies the principles of behavioral sciences. And it is a planned process that intends to prepare an organization and its people to change in tune with its environment. Adana, developing the organization with the adopting new methods, technologies, training skills, etc., in order to change in tune with the environment it possesses. The environment it prevails in. The organization prevailing environment in order to suit the employees as well as the organization itself to change it. So to implement such a change. That's organizational development. So these are the features of the organizational development. Next is what? Methods of organizational development, or what are the interventions in which this thing is to be taken care. So there are several methods or techniques used for organizational development. Some of them are as follows. One is managerial grid model. So number one is managerial grid model. So what is that? Managerial grid model is the behavioral leadership model developed by Robert Blake and Jane Mountain in 1964, and it's based on, or this model identifies 5 different styles based on the concern for people and the concern for production. Both concern for people and production. That is the managerial grid model. Both concern for employee or people and production. So 5 styles are there. One is, what is that? Impoverished style. Number 2 is country club style. Then 3 is the produce or purge style. Then number 4 is what? Middle of the road style. And number 5 is team style. So leadership type inde oru reethi thaneyana idu parayanengil. So most concern for people as well as production in the managerial grid model. So what is an impoverished style? In this style, managers have low concern for both the people and production. Managers use this style to avoid getting into trouble. That is less concern, low concern for the people and production. So low concern. Main feature with regard to this is low concern for both the people and production. Such a cases, managers try to avoid getting them into trouble. The main concern for the manager is not to be held responsible for any mistakes that results in less innovative decision. കൂടുതൽ പുതിയ കാര്യങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ, ചേഞ്ചസ് കൊണ്ടുവരാനായിട്ട് അങ്ങനെയുള്ള മാനേജേഴ്സ് ശ്രമിക്കുന്നില്ല. കാരണം they are not at all concerned with the people as well as the production. They are checking his own style or the status, isn't it? So, in such a case, the main concern of the manager is not to be held responsible for any mistake. എന്തെങ്കിലും തെറ്റുകുറ്റങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായാൽ, what is the issue? തെറ്റുകുറ്റങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായാൽ, then in such a case, they are not at all responsible for such mistakes also. That results in less innovative decision. While the country club style means high concern for people, high for people, and low for productivity. Employees ne care cheyunu, enനാൽ productivity it gets affected. So managers using this style pay much attention to the security and comfort of the employees while they are not at all checking what the productivity. They are not at all concerned about the productivity, but they are checking for the welfare of the employees or the people or the comfort of the people. This results in a friendly atmosphere, like supportive style leadership. You see in the leadership classes, I told you supportive style, not the directive style. Support is there from the superior to the subordinates. Like the same, country club style means what? It is high concern for the people. They are concerned for the comfort and the security of the employees, while they are less concerned for the productive activities or production. അപ്പം ഇതിനെ ബേസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് high concern for the people means security and comfort of the employees or the may pay much attention so that in whole this would increase their performance. അവരുടെ പെർഫോമൻസ് ഇതുവഴി കൂട്ടാൻ സഹായിക്കുന്നു എന്നുള്ള ഒരു തോന്നലിൽ they are less concerned for what productivity. This results in atmosphere that is friendly but not necessarily that productive. അത്ര ഉൽപാദനക്ഷമത കിട്ടുന്ന ഒരു ഇതല്ല in the country club style. So that is the second one. What is that? Country club style where high concern for people and low concern for production. Clear? First case, low concern for both the production and people. Means employees as well as this one. And they are not at all responsible for taking any mistakes so that they didn't implement any innovative style. While the second one, country club style where high concern for the people while low concern for the product, means they are giving attention to the comfort and security of the employees so that on the basis of this, they may work there or improve their performances. Therefore, resulting in friendly atmosphere, but it is not at all necessarily that for the productivity of the organization. While the third one is the produce or perish style, nasipikya knowledge. So, high concern for production, while low concern for people. ആൾക്കാർക്ക് കൺസിഡറേഷൻ ഇല്ല, പക്ഷേ ഉൽപാദനക്ഷമതയ്ക്ക് ആണ് അവിടെ എന്ത് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ്. സോ ഹൈ കൺസേൺ ഫോർ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ വൈ ലോ കൺസേൺ ഫോർ ദ പീപ്പിൾ. When with a high concern for production and a low concern for the people, managers using this style find the employees' needs unimportant and they provide their employees with the money and expect performance back. പണം കൊടുക്കുന്നു, അതിന് തിരികെ പെർഫോമൻസ് കിട്ടണം, പ്രൊഡക്ടിവിറ്റി ഉണ്ടാകണം എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ഐഡിയോളജിയാണ്. Managers using this style pressure their employees through rules and punishment to achieve the company goals. അതൊരു ചെറിയ തോതിലെ ഓട്ടോക്രാറ്റിക് ലീഡർഷിപ്പിന്റെ രീതിയാണ്. That is high concern for the production while low concern for the people and not at all interested in the problems with the workers, but always thinking about the production. So that what is there using this style pressure their employees through rules, commanding, order, okay, and also punishment should be given to achieve in order to achieve the company goals. So that is the produce or perish style. Okay, then next is what? Middle of the road style. Means managers using this style try to balance between the company goals and employees' needs. Means maintaining a balance, middle. So both are middle. Middle in the sense means രണ്ടിന്റെ മധ്യഭാഗത്ത്, അതായത് കൂടുതൽ കൺസേൺ ഫോർ ദ പ്രൊഡക്ടിവിറ്റി അല്ലെ പീപ്പിളും അല്ല, കുറവ് കൺസേൺ ഫോർ ദ പ്രൊഡക്ടിവിറ്റി ഓഫ് പീപ്പിളും അല്ല, രണ്ടിന്റെ മിഡിൽ. Adana, middle of the road style means they are maintaining a balance between both the cases, employee goals achieving as well as what is that company goals achieving. In the sense means what? They are neither giving more importance to or nor neither more importance nor less importance towards the productivity as well as the people, while they are maintaining a balance between the two. By giving some concern to both the people and production, managers who uses this style hope to achieve acceptable performances. ഏറ്റവും നല്ലത് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഈ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ആണ്. ഇത് രണ്ടെണ്ണമാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ഈ രണ്ടെണ്ണമാണ്. അതായത് ആദ്യത്തേത് ലോ കൺസേൺ ഫോർ ബോത്ത്, രണ്ടാമത്തേത് ഹൈ കൺസേൺ ഫോർ ദ പീപ്പിൾ ബൈ ലോ കൺസേൺ ഫോർ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ കൺട്രി ക്ലബ്. മൂന്നാമത്തെ നേരെ തിരിച്ച് ഹൈ കൺസേൺ ഫോർ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ബൈ ലോ കൺസേൺ ഫോർ ദ പീപ്പിൾ, അതായത് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ഓർ പെറിഷ് സ്റ്റൈൽ. നാലാമത്തെ മിഡിൽ ഓഫ് ദ റോഡ് സ്റ്റൈൽ ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ this, maintaining a balance between both the cases, improvement of the means with regard to the people as well as the productivity, that is maintaining a balanced level. And at the last, high concern for both, high concern for both the people and productivity. So that is the team style. In this style, high concern is paid both to the people and the production, and choosing this style encourages teamwork and commitment among the employees. This method relies heavily on making the employees feel as a constructive part of the organization. Organization ഒരു ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ആസ്പെക്ട് ആണ് എന്നുള്ള ഒരു തോന്നൽ വരുന്നത് ഏത് സ്റ്റൈലിലാണ്? The team style. So these are the managerial grid model. This is an important for the 5 marks question. Both is a managerial grid model. So entire thing means it includes or it involves both the concern for people and production, and there are different styles in resemblance with the leadership style. That is, impoverished style means low concern for both the production and the people, while country club style, high concern for people while low concern for production. Produce or purge style, high concern for production by low concern for people, and middle of the road style means maintaining a balance between both cases. And also team style, there is high concern for both production and the people. So ഇത് important ആണ്. That is very important for this thing for a 5 marks question. This is the case with the managerial grid model. Means what is that? Both having concern with the people and the production. Clear? Next is survey feedback. What is a survey feedback? Second point, survey feedback. So what is a survey feedback? We will check it. A typical organization development seeks to improve the performance of an organization by conducting regular, planned, and systematic assessments of its current performance. Survey feedback is an OD method for collecting and analyzing information about an organization, making use of a survey or questionnaire. നമ്മൾ ഒരു പ്രോജക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എന്താ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഒരു സ്റ്റഡി നടത്തുന്നു. ആ സ്റ്റഡിയിൽ നമ്മൾ കുറച്ച് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചോദിക്കുന്നു, അതിനകത്ത് ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിന് ആൻസർ തേടുന്നു. അതാണ് ഈ സർവേ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് എന്ന്. ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനെ പറ്റിയുള്ള എല്ലാ ഇൻഫർമേഷനും ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനെയർ മെത്തേഡിൽ ഒരു സർവേ നടത്തുന്നു. അതാണ് സർവേ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക്. ഇത് ഓഡിയിലെ വേറൊരു മെത്തേഡാണ്, ലൈക്ക് managerial grid model. So survey feedback is an OD method for collecting and analyzing information about an organization that making use of a survey or questionnaire. Organizations are required to collect information regarding the obstacles to productivity and satisfaction in the workplace. Survey feedback is a tool that can provide valuable information to help the leaders guide and direct their teams. This method helps the organization to identify the problem areas and formulate the strategies for solving such problems. ഏത് പ്രോബ്ലം ഏതുപടിയാണ് നമുക്ക് പ്രോബ്ലം ആയിരിക്കുന്നത് അത് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്ത് in order to identify the solution to solve the problem, അത് നമ്മൾ കണ്ടെത്തുന്നു. അതാണ് സർവേ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക്. മീൻസ് a questionnaire or survey to be conducted for all the information with regard to or pertain to an organization, so that collection of data through questionnaire method is done here. So it's a tool that can provide valuable information to help the leaders guide and directing their teams also. This method helps the organization to identify problem areas and formulate strategies to resolve such problems. So this is the survey feedback. Second point is survey feedback, and third is Process consultation. Process consultation. This method is based on consultation as a helping relationship. In this, a consultant helps in resolving the problems faced by an organization. So, process consultation is the building of a helping relationship. It is the series of steps taken by a consultant. ഒരു മൂന്നാമതൊരു വ്യക്തിയെ ഏൽപ്പിക്കുകയാണ്. അതാണ് ഒരു കൺസൾട്ടന്റിനെ എത്തിച്ചിട്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൺസൾട്ടന്റിനെ ആ ക്ലയന്റുമായിട്ട് ഇരുത്തിട്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? ഡിഫൈനിങ് ദ പ്രോബ്ലം, development of possible solution, and the proposal for final recommendation. So what is the things here? Problems എടുക്കുക, ഏതാണ് പ്രോബ്ലം എന്നുള്ളത്, then അതിന് പ്രോപ്പർ സൊല്യൂഷൻ കണ്ടെത്തുക, എന്നിട്ടോ അത് ഫൈനലി റെക്കമെൻഡ് ചെയ്യുക, അതായത് അഡോപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. So that is the case with regard to process consultation. So once again, it is the series of steps taken by a consultant to assist the client in defining the problem or the definition of the problem, the development of possible solutions to that problem, and also finally to proposal for a final recommendation. This direct involvement in the process will hopefully engage the managers to be more independent of the consultant when facing future conflict. ഭാവിയിലെ കോൺഫ്ലിക്റ്റുകൾ ഒരു പരിധി വരെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? ഒഴിവാക്കാൻ പറ്റും. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു കൺസൾട്ടന്റിനെ വെച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഒരു സോൾവിംഗ് എ പ്രോബ്ലം and thereby recommending it to finally adopt that. So that is the case with the process consultation. So it is the building of a helping relationship. Means a third party to be appointed as a consultant in order to assist the client in defining the problem, development of possible solutions to that problem, and finally proposal for its final recommendation to adopt it. That's process consultation. So managerial grid model. Second one is survey feedback, and third one is process consultation. These are the three types of organizational development methods, isn't it? Methods of organizational development or OD intervention. So under the managerial grid model, the impoverished style where low concern for both the people and productivity, while high concern for people and low concern for productivity, that is the country club style. Then produce or pearl style, that is high concern for productivity while low concern for the people, and then the middle of the road style in means maintaining a balance between the productivity and the people in concern, and also finally the team style where high concern for both the productivity and the people. So that is the managerial grid model. So there it means includes what? 5 leadership style that is based on the concern for the people and concern for the production. Next is survey feedback, means a questionnaire is to be taken and survey is to be conducted so that enough data should be taken with regard to the organization and to implement that one. That is the survey feedback. Okay. And there are some strategies to be adopted to solve such problems also. Then the third is project consultation, process consultation, not project. Process consultation means a consultant should be appointed in order to assist the client in definition of the problem, then development of the possible solutions to that problem, and also the proposal for a final recommendation. So this is the organizational development and the methods to be handled for with the organizational development, like OD intervention. That is managerial grid model, survey feedback, and the process consultation. So we see organizational climate and organizational development. Next, we are going to see organizational culture. So what is an organizational culture? It is the behavior of the people who belongs to an organization. It is the meaning that the people to attach to their actions. Culture comprises the organization's values, visions, norms, working language, system, symbols, beliefs, and habits also. So that is the organizational culture. It is the behavior of the people that belongs to an organization. Or organization, that is mainly who the employees. Our behavior in an organization, the culture prevailing ആയിരിക്കുന്നത്. അതായത് പഴയ ആ കൾച്ചർ തന്നെ ഫോളോ ചെയ്ത് പോകുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്നുള്ളത് ഒരു കേസ്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ ആ എംപ്ലോയീസ് ഇൻ ദ ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ or the behavior of the people in the organization that belongs to that particular institution. So that is the organizational culture. So what is the definition, or what are the definition? It refers to a system of shared meaning held by the members that distinguishes the organization from other organizations. ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനെ മറ്റൊരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനിൽ നിന്നും വ്യത്യസ്തമായിട്ട് അല്ലെ വേർതിരിച്ച് നിർത്തുന്ന ഒരു പ്രധാന ഘടകം അതിന്റെ അവിടെ പ്രിവെയിൽ ചെയ്യുന്ന കൾച്ചർ ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, സംസ്കാരികത്വം അല്ലെ സംസ്കാരം, അതാണ് എന്ത് അവിടെ പ്രിവെയിൽ ചെയ്യുന്ന ആ ഒരു സംസ്കാരം. ആ ഇതാണ് ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനെ മറ്റൊരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനിൽ നിന്ന് വ്യത്യസ്തമാക്കുന്നത്. സോ according to Sheen E.H., organizational culture refers to a system of shared meaning held by the members that distinguishes the organization from other organizations. That is one definition. Ravasi and Skulls defines organizational culture as a set of shared mental assumptions that guide the interpretation and action in organizations by defining appropriate behavior for various situations. So that is, Ravasi and Schultz define organizational culture as a set of shared mental assumptions that guide the interpretation and action in organizations by defining appropriate behavior for various situations. പല സിറ്റുവേഷണൽ വേയിൽ ഓക്കെ അതിനോട് അനുസരിച്ച് എങ്ങനെ അവിടെ ഒരു ബിലീഫ് അല്ലെ ഒരു സംസ്കാരം ഉടലെടുക്കുന്നു. Mental assumption with regard to shared mental assumption with regard to the employee in the organization. Okay, so that is the what is that? It is the organizational culture. Deal and Kennedy defined organizational culture as the way the things get done around here. എങ്ങനെ അവിടുത്തെ ഓരോ കാര്യങ്ങളും ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്നുള്ളത്. And according to Johnson G, organizational culture to an organization is what the personality to an individual. ഒരു ഇൻഡിവിജ്വലിന്റെ പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റി എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോലെയാണ് ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷന് അതിന്റെ കൾച്ചർ. ആ പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റിയെ ബേസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇൻഡിവിജ്വൽ ബിഹേവ് ചെയ്യുന്നതെങ്കിൽ ആ കൾച്ചറിനെ ബേസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ആ ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ബിഹേവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വൈ അക്കോർഡിംഗ് ടു ജോൺസൺ ജി, ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ കൾച്ചർ ടു ആൻ ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ഈസ് വാട്ട് ദ പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റി ടു ആൻ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റി ദാറ്റ് ബിലോങ്സ് ടു ആൻ ഇൻഡിവിജ്വൽ. ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ കൾച്ചർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റിക്ക് അല്ല ഒരു ഇൻഡിവിജ്വലിന് ഒരു പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റി എന്ന പോലെയാണ്. Arnold defines organizational culture as the distinctive norms, beliefs, principles, and the ways of behaving that to combine to give each organization its distinct character. അതായത് the norms with regard to the organization, the culture prevailing, the beliefs prevailing, the principles to be adopted for, and the ways of behaving that altogether combines to give each organization distinct in nature. It means what? Each organization different from others. So these are the definition with regard to what organizational culture. While what are the features with regard to organizational culture? It focuses on the values and beliefs of the members of the organization. Organization members, the employees, the values and the beliefs, adine importance കൊടുക്കുന്നു. That is, it focuses, it gives importance on the values and beliefs of the members in the organization. Organizational culture emphasizes the development of shared norms and meanings. Organizational culture emphasizes the development of shared norms and meanings. Then culture is typically expressed through rituals and ceremonies that are used to support and celebrate the beliefs and norms. So culture is typically expressed through the rituals and the ceremonies. ഓരോ rituals ഒക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഓരോ ceremony conduct ചെയ്യുന്നത് അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയുള്ള ഇതില് in order to have support and celebrate the beliefs and norms prevailing in that organization. Then it is difficult to change the culture of an organization. അല്ലെ പഴയ കാലത്ത് നമ്മുടെ ബിഹേവിയർ മാറ്റാൻ പാടാണ്. Isn't it? Personality that is related to an individual. How the personality is related to an individual, like the same, the culture is related to organization. So that difficult to change the organizational culture prevailed. Then it is the acquired and conventionally accepted ways of thinking and behaving among the people in an organization. How people behave, how people think in an organization based on the culture prevailing in the organization. Then it conveys a sense of identity for its members. It conveys a sense of identity for its members. ആ ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനിലെ എംപ്ലോയീസ് അല്ലെ മെമ്പേഴ്സിന് ഒരു ഐഡന്റിറ്റി പ്രത്യേകത തോന്നിക്കുന്ന എന്തിൽ നിന്നാണ്? The organizational culture it provides. And organizational culture creates distinctions between one organization and another. ഒന്ന് മറ്റൊന്നിനോട് വേറിട്ട് നിൽക്കുന്നത് ഈ ഒരു കൾച്ചർ പ്രിവെയിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. So these are the features with regard to organizational culture. So today we see what all things, what is an organizational development, isn't it? And what are the various methods that adopts for the organizational development, like a managerial grid method. Under that, what is that? 5 leadership style are there: impoverished style, then country club style, then power or purge style, then middle of the road style, and another one is what? The team style. Okay, both concern for the production and concern for the people are there in this organizational development. So we see these 5 styles under managerial grid model. Then survey feedback, questionnaire to be collected, survey to be conducted for regarding the enough information that is to be taken care, and in case any problems occurs, they need to what is that? This method helps the organization to identify the problem areas, and formulates the strategies for resolving such problems. And third one is the process consultation. Process consultation, where process consultation that means what? It is the building of a helping relationship by a consultant should be appointed, or the series of steps taken by a consultant to assess the client in definition of the problem, development of the process, possible solutions to that, and adopting that thing or the proposal for the final recommendation to adopt. And then we see organizational culture, the definition, and what are its features with regard to the organizational culture. The rest we see in the next class. So please have a look at today's classes. Please clear your doubts as and when occurred, and also please see the video once it is uploaded and confirm. So I'm going to wind up the session. Thank you for the day.